Rent-A-Girlfriend, a very polarizing series that seems to gain endless ridicule along with endless love and support. If you had to ask me what side of the spectrum I am when it comes to Rent-A-Girlfriend, I would say that I absolutely adore this series, and it is easily one of my favorite manga of all time. But today, I'm not here to really speak on the mainline manga of Rent-A-Girlfriend. Nope. Today, we're actually going to be talking about the spin-off manga of Rent-A-Girlfriend, Rent-A-Really Shy Girlfriend. Talk about an innovative title. Anyway, Rent-A-Really Shy Girlfriend is a spin-off about the character Sumi Sakurasawa and her daily life activities and all the funny things that she can get up to. And while that may sound a little unappealing, if this is all the manga was out, I would agree with you. But this manga has so much more written in it that I believe it makes it something special. In fact, from what I can gather, this manga actually receives far more positive reception from the general audience than the series is spun off of, something I find really interesting to think about. So with that in mind, let's talk about why this manga about a side character from the extremely decisive series, Rent-A-Girlfriend, is so well received and in my opinion, so incredibly amazing. Now the first thing I must commend this series on is the absolutely amazing art. Now this should be a given considering that Rent-A-Girlfriend, Senjuji Family, and Mononoke all have absolutely amazing art, but I still feel that this is very necessary to mention. The characters are drawn expertly, the expressions are priceless, and Sumi's dog is adorable. However, if I had to critique the art a little, I will say that the backgrounds, like Rent-A-Girlfriend, leave something to be desired. If you haven't read, the backgrounds are simply pictures of real life with just a filter over them, and I personally don't feel as if they match perfectly well with Miyajima's art style. And this isn't me saying that manga can't or shouldn't do this. For example, Okubo, the mangaka of Fire Force, uses this technique to great effect, showing the disorientation in the degradation of humanity from the first cataclysm to the current day in the story. Rent-A-Really Shy Girlfriend, however, does not accomplish this, and the backgrounds really drag away from the, frankly, really nice art. However, aside from that tiny gripe, this manga has absolutely amazing art, and while not on level as, say, Dragon Ball, Laid Back Camp, or even Miyajima's previous work with Mononoke, I would still recommend this manga, if not solely for the beautiful art. Another great aspect of this series is the comedy, and unlike the mainline series Rent-A-Girlfriend, where a lot of the humor is at Kazuya's expense and how he is, in general, a loser, this manga focuses its comedy on Sumi. But what I think makes this comedy so great is that it isn't gross, degrading, or sometimes even mean like Rent-A-Girlfriend's humor can be. Instead, this manga focuses a lot more on Sumi's inability to speak and the hijinks that can ensue because of it. Sort of like Komi cannot communicate, and it's much more lighthearted and wholesome. This manga also derives a lot of humor from Sumi's expressions, as I believe they are illustrated expertly in conveying her panic in the situations she gets herself in, and I just really enjoy it. Quite frankly, this manga is just really funny, but I love that its humor feels different from the mainline series, Rent-A-Girlfriend. Now, this isn't to say that I dislike Rent-A-Girlfriend's humor, quite the opposite actually. I just enjoy how different the humor feels in this manga, and I think that's a huge plus for this. Another aspect I enjoy about the Sumi manga, and this aspect I think is important for the overall quality of the manga, is that I believe this manga develops Sumi's character a great deal more than her character develops in the mainline series, Rent-A-Girlfriend. Now I find this extremely important because while I do enjoy Sumi in the mainline manga, unlike the other three main girls in the series, she doesn't get very much development for herself. For example, we get to learn why Ruka is very clingy to Kazuya, why Chizu is so scared and alone when her grandma passes, and why Mami is so hateful and vindictive towards Kazuya. But we don't get to learn a lot about Sumi. The most that we really see of her is that she's the wall for Kazuya to lean on, someone to be there for him when he's lost. And while I do believe that she excels in this role, I believe it would be nice to get some character development for her character. Thankfully, this manga provides that. In this manga, we get to see Sumi's struggles and how she tries to better herself as a person. We get to see how her social anxiety and shyness affect her on a personal level, and how difficult life can be for her. We get to see how other characters look in Sumi's eyes and how they help push her forward to fight against her struggles and not give up. Specifically, Kazuya and Chizu, two characters who honestly deserve videos on their own. We also get more insight into Sumi interacting with characters who aren't from the main manga, my favorite being her time spent with the character Fumiki, a young YouTuber who wants to show the world what a rental girlfriend's like. I really adore how Sumi views others and their passions, and I especially enjoy how she sees this young boy trying his best and feels inspired to do the same. And I think it's, quite frankly, amazing writing for this character, and I just really love it. In short, I just absolutely love what this manga does with Sumi's character. While it is only 19 chapters at the moment of writing the script, and we have yet to see the major scenes from Rent-A-Girlfriend in her point of view, specifically the scene with her and Kazuya, which will be at the end of season 2, like I said in this video, go watch the video, shameless plug. I just know that when we do get these scenes from her point of view, her character will be written brilliantly, and I just cannot wait. Now, moving on to the final aspect of this manga that I really enjoy, it is chapter 12 of this manga, Sumi and the Dog Walk. If you know me, you probably know that I love dogs, and I have 4 of them right now, and I just had a really fun time with this chapter. Sure, we don't get the most amount of character living here, and it's really just a funny little chapter about Sumi taking her dog for an extra long walk, but I adored it. I got a lot of laughs, I like seeing Sumi appearing to be a good dog owner, I found it really fun to read. In fact, this inspired me to take my dogs for a walk right now, so I'll record the rest of the video when I get back. Anyway, that's the video. I really love all of Reggie Mijima's manga, yet I've only made videos on Rent-A-Girlfriend and Mononoke, so I feel that I simply had to make one about the Sumi manga. Is this the greatest spin-off manga of all time? Yes, but sure you knew that because I'm sure you got great taste. But yeah, I just really enjoyed this manga, I had a fun time with it, I like Sumi as a character, and I think she gets really developed here. Is she my favorite character of all time? No, that's probably Viper from Combatant to be Dispatched, because she is the best. But this is just a really fun manga and I had a fun time. If you like Rent-A-Girlfriend, or even if you just read Rent-A-Girlfriend, I would recommend reading this manga, because it just does very good to Sumi's character, and it's very fun. Fun fact, Reggie Mijima almost made a manga about Mommy instead of Sumi. So instead of the Sumi video, I'd be making a Mommy video, which would be awesome to make, but it's a Sumi manga. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and have a great day. Peace.